Words to Rise, The Legacy of Balbir Mathur. Balbir Mathur has created Trees for Life over 30 years ago. His inspiration to create Trees for Life was the two events he had, and one of them when he started to walk again. According to the Cake News channel, the interview he had with them, he said, "What you learn, you teach it to other people, and those two people could teach it to the other two people, and so on and so forth." Through the establishment of Trees for Life, Balbir Mathur is creating a legacy of hopes and dreams for insolvent people all around the world. Tiny leaves for enormous benefits. Moringa leaves have 7 times the vitamin C of oranges, 4 times the vitamin A of carrots, 4 times the calcium of milk, 3 times the potassium of bananas, and 2 times the protein of yogurt. It's like growing multivitamins at your doorstep. But that's not all the nutrients. Moringa leaves have vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B3, vitamin C, calcium, chromium, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, protein, and zinc.
Why do you think you needed to retire?
I don't have a need to retire, even though I am past retirement age. I'm 79 years old now, but my body is still capable. I can still work, and I perhaps will continue to work and serve. But what we have done is we have realized that there are lots of people around the world who are willing to serve, join hands, and help each other. And this movement is growing. And so people much younger than me, with lots more energy, but more than energy, much more brains and capability, need to come and manage. So I'm making a room for them, creating a vacancy for them, so they may come and take this thing much further, which is fulfilling a need. That's why I'm retiring.
Balbir, in your childhood in India, what do you think and feel when you saw poor people around you who had not been educated?
Number one, I was very empathetic for people who were poor. I was with them. My friends were poor, even though at that time I did not realize they were poor. But people who were hungry or people who did not have anything, I had great empathy for them. But I did not associate lack of education with poverty. And as a child, I even wondered, why am I to get education? What is the use for all this education? And my parents insisted that I get education. They did not use logic with me. They just said, this is something you will experience when you grow up. So do get education. And I remember having this argument with my mother and with my father, and both said almost the same thing. So fortunately, I did get education, and now I can see that had I not been educated, what fate would have awaited for me. And now I see that education and poverty go hand in glove.
As you can see the map, this nutritious moringa tree grows only precisely where people need it the most. As you can see in the map, the first label means that countries with 20 to 35% of population malnourished. And the second label is countries with 5 to 19% of population malnourished.
Since you started this organization, what have you learned through the course of helping other people?
What I have experienced many times over is that when a few people, just ordinary people, you and me and other people, can get together and lock our minds and hearts as one and work towards one common goal, then something extraordinary happens, beyond understanding, beyond our conception. Some call it miracle, but let's not do that. We'll simply say something extraordinary takes place. That, I think, is the main thing that I have learned. And it is something in which a feeling emerges, an understanding emerges, that we are not separate people helping each other or doing something for other people. We are all one, and what we are doing is really for ourselves. So I think that is the major thing I've learned.
Books for Life is an organization that helps poor kids have education. It helps them to stand up for themselves and take them out from the poor region. It also enables them to read books in English and many other different languages as their own native language. Books for Life has been going on for about 3 years, and it has been successful in India, Nicaragua, and now it is even being successful all around the world. People mostly in Africa need this. Books for Life started about 2 or 3 years ago. It started when Mr. Mathur saw that people needed education back in Nicaragua and India and other many poor countries. So he started a thing called Books for Life. You could donate a book today and you could save a person's life by giving him education.
Please share something about your organization.
We are really not an organization in the truest sense of things. We are a movement. I started with the understanding, I started as an individual, and I would call it was a dance of a grateful person, grateful to be alive, grateful to have the opportunity to be on this planet. And then I found that many other people felt the same way. And I end up creating a platform for them to dance. So we are not an organization. We are a platform for those people who are so grateful and who want to dance. It's not a literal dance, it is a dance of our hearts. So they can come and join. It's a movement of those people. One attracts the next person and it keeps on going. Organization we do need a little bit in order to keep the accounts, in order to do all those things, but it is really a movement of people who believe that they are grateful for this opportunity to be on this planet.
Thank you.
Even though Mr. Mathur has retired, he still comes to Trees for Life with his wife. Now, the new president is Charles Vincent, and Steve Carter is the ESL teacher, Robert S. Dungus is the businessman, Bob Knight is former mayor, Steve Cross is businessman, Sheila Kamal is a community volunteer, Shirley Rayford Davis is a dean, and Cheryl Logan is the Department of Education, Hal McCoy is a businessman, Nancy McCoy is a community volunteer, Becky O'Hearn is the head of early childhood, Reed Niels O'Brien is a businessman, Dr. Adam Smith is sustainable development, Jason Raynock is an owner, and Rick Wall is a physician with Mallory Beard, who is a former mayor. All of these are the members of the Board of Trustees, and the other chairperson is Steve Cross, and the president is, as I said earlier, Charles Benchett, and the secretary is Trayvon Mathur, and the treasurer is Victor Classine. All of these people come to Trees for Life every day so they can help each other